Let's do a shot. Chill. Cheers.
Just when you think you've solved it. Dead wrong.
They were handcuffed and were taken to jail.
Why are they putting this on us?
I think they should cut it out now, because this ain't gonna solve the problem.
I told you I don't want you living with roaches.
Warning, this show contains graphic depictions, tasteless banter, and real-life accounts of the most nefarious of activities. Yea, though they do try to project themselves as upstanding, productive members of society, these two knuckleheads just ain't worth a damn. If any of you should find this show to be offensive, turn it off and stop being such a vagina.
Greetings, Earthlings.
What's up?
How y'all doing out there?
I'm sure they're doing great, bro.
I'm doing better since we just did that shot.
Heard that, man, yeah.
We're doing shots of Brass Monkey.
Brass monkey!
Yeah.
That funky monkey.
That would be in honor of MCA.
R.I.P.
So, how are you, my honky from another monkey?
I'm doing good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling better after a few shots, a few beers, ready to go.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I did my homework.
It's been a while, bro. You look like your beard has grown a bit.
I try. It's
Yeah.
hard to stave off all this testosterone. It's pulsing through my veins, but, these tentacles of knowledge just keep oozing out of my chin.
I don't know if all those vitamins are healthy for people.
Well, like I said, it's a lot of testosterone, so
I don't know. It's a lot of supplements.
I'm just flexing my
Hey, it's all
ball
good.
sack on my chin.
Let me share with you my beard story, bro.
Come on with it.
So I just recently spent, a week in Mexico. So 8 nights, 7 days, something like that. Whatever
Roger.
So I went into this vacation with maybe 2 or 3 days of non-shaving, right, to give myself a nice frothy.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Look like a ruffian.
Like a real fucking.
You could strike a match.
Lumberjack motherfucker, right?
You could strike a match on your chin.
So going in, I was already just like in full beast mode. Going in, and then I'm honestly, Dave, I'm surprised that I got through customs with the fucking.
Me too.
With what I was working with, but
yeah.
Anyway, so I'll make it across. I make it into Mexico, across across the Rio, across the Atlantic, I think. But so I continued to grow this beast out, and I guess the story that I'm trying to tell you is that by the time that it was over with, there were the local women were offering
6 hairs.
The local women were everywhere I went offering to braid my locks, and it was just overwhelming. Everybody wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
Long story short, I was basically pulled off of my flight because they were like, okay, so something's awry here. A fucking baby dragon flew from my beard.
Jesus, man.
It happened.
And what, an air ranger tackled you or something?
No, dude, I was let free. It was a nature thing, and they just said, you've been released of the dragon. You can go ahead on your flight, sir.
Did you curse when he did this?
I was fucking angry, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I bet you were.
But, so I got back from vacation. Again, I don't really know how I made it back into the U.S. because,
Dragon customs.
The dragon story was well documented.
Yeah.
But I guess because...
I must have missed that on TMZ.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, so I made it back, but I had to shave it. I had to shave it for work because I'm a draftsman. I do design work for an oil company, and that's
no dragons allowed.
No, they're like, yeah, you're gonna. They say company policy. You can't have any facial hair. You
can't show up in drag.
And so basically, I had to kill my dreams to continue working.
That's fucked. Curse.
Okay.
Hey, we recently dropped a video that I compiled.
I hope somebody got the point of that story.
Which was all cursing from one episode of us.
Quit your job and start podcasting.
Yeah, so you can pack dragons.
In your beard.
Yeah. Anyway, so we put this YouTube video out, and it's every instance of us cursing in one episode compiled into 3 minutes or whatever it was. And so there's a contest that goes along with this. If you can count how many times we cursed in that episode using that video as a cheat sheet, then you win some free swag, probably a t-shirt. So we have submissions.
Good stuff.
Constantly. You got to call in at 504-457-8011 or hit us up on the email, reloaded504@yahoo.com, and let us know how many times we cursed in that episode. If you get the exact number right,
I have photos of him from the 90s.
you qualify.
I'll sign that motherfucker and send it to you.
You qualify for some free swag. That and a
In
t-shirt.
compromising positions, might I add.
So, whatever that is. Why
He's
are
married,
you going to
he's got
sign my
kids.
shit? Why would you sign
trying
my
to
shit?
make a
That doesn't
buck,
make any
homie.
sense.
Papa needs some brand new shoes.
So you're going to take a picture of me and autograph it yourself? That doesn't
No, I'm
make any
saying I already
sense.
got pictures of you.
Well, fucking, you better pay me to autograph it. I'm trying to buy some new shoes too, bitch.
Well, all right. Fuck. See what's happening.
Which brings me to my next subject. Shit. The word shit.
Yeah.
Do you know the origin of the word shit?
The origin of the word shit for me is... no, Dave, I don't
Wrong.
know.
Wrong answer. Back in the wooden ship days, it's actually a mariner's term.
Wooden ships?
Yes.
What the
Back
fuck
in
are
the
those?
days of wooden ships.
Okay.
Yeah. They used to haul manure.
That was a time?
A commodity.
Back in the time of
Back
wooden
in the
ships?
time of wooden ships, yes.
So...
Yeah.
So are we talking like, was this a Stone Age or... Because there wasn't a Wood Age.
Yeah, well, it was the wood age. It was the age of wooden ships. Yeah.
But
yeah.
was that in between other ages that we're more familiar with?
That was in between the Flintstones and Jesus, somewhere.
Oh, so that was BC, but it was AF, but BC.
AC/DC, exactly.
Roger.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. So,
all right.
so
I couldn't let
they're-
that fly. I'm just a religious type dude.
They're hauling manure. They're selling it as fertilizer and what have you, and it's in burlap sacks, and it's in the bottom of these wooden ships, and the methane gas is building up, and these fucking ships are exploding. And they don't know why, and then they finally figure out methane gas is being produced by the manure.
Oh.
So they start tagging these burlap sacks full of manure. We need to store these high in transit, or S.H.I.T.
Store high in transit.
Shit.
What?
Yes. So
And that's
Reloaded
the-
504ians, there's your fucking
So
word of the
that's-
day. There's your lesson.
That's the origin of the word shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Holy shit, bro. You just dropped science on me.
I know. So every time you curse, think of me.
Shit.
Shit.
Shit. So I
I
think of like bags of or
Big
yeah,
burlap
big
sacks
burlap sacks
of manure.
poo all above me and
Right.
like racks.
Every time you'd be like, "Hey, I'm the shit."
Store
You're a big bag of
high in transit.
That's correct, Amundo.
I tell you what, bro, that's a great story, but I bet we can make up a better story for the origin of the word shit.
There's no rewinding this. This is a digital age. There is no rewind button.
No, I'm not proposing that we rewind anything.
Well, you can't rewrite history, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That we can make up a better version of
All right.
the origin.
Write that essay and get back to me.
Oh.
I'll post it on a blog for you.
Well, I mean, I was saying that. Fine. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. I took the liberty of searching for comedy podcasts just to see what was out there. And the jury is in. It's fucking nothing.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Now, on what scale are we talking here?
Well, either it's a stupid podcast and they call themselves a comedy podcast, or it's a decent comedy podcast, but they're too fucking corny. Like, I can't relate. And in the end, I believe this is it. Like, we're the best. Fuck the rest.
I mean, I believe that since the very beginning.
Hell yeah.
I
I'd
mean,
have to
when I say the
agree.
very beginning, I mean like when I squirted out of the old crane
The
badge,
womb?
right?
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with you.
I mean, I came out, probably slid around a little bit, maybe even like went, what's really good, like in the form of a cry or something.
Doctors were like, get this man a podcast.
It was like a warrior's cry, no doubt.
Yeah. Valhalla.
Obviously. Yeah, like.
Valhalla was happening. We got we're gaining traction, man. We might not be the best out there, but we're gaining traction. We got new listeners, as a matter
Really?
of fact.
Really?
We got downloads, new downloads in UK,
I always feel so lonely.
in the Philippines, in Bulgaria and Indonesia. They're all on the map. Oh, and the Netherlands.
Say that again.
The Neverlepicans.
The Netherlands.
Snuffleupagus.
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands. I always get that confused with your nether region. I stuttered for a moment. I was thinking about my crotch.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to look down there all the time, it'd be fucking
You'd stutter too. You'd be like,
oh,
holy,
God, I didn't realize that
moly."
nature could create something so freakishly small.
All right, man. Fuck off and die.
That was a lot, bro.
Thank you. But anyway, we're gaining traction. So next time you feel alone, just think to yourself, I'm not alone. I know people from the UK, the Philippines, Bulgaria, Indonesia, and the Netherlands.
Man, you don't know how that makes me feel warm.
I know. Warm and fuzzy. It should.
Yeah.
For all our warm and fuzzy Reloaded 504ians,
We love you guys.
I have put together a short list of...
I'm almost
what?
high on their love right now.
Are you high on their love right
I
now?
think so. I'm high on their love.
Yeah?
Maybe it's their something else. I don't
We all got to come together right now
come together.
over this podcast. Anyway, yeah, so for our listeners, I've put together a 3-point presentation that is the anatomy of police evasion. And I want to preface this by saying you have to be forward thinking because you have to have the foresight to realize A, I'm doing some illegal shit, and B, there goes a cop. So if you can amass this in your cranium while you're doing the dirt, then you can walk with me on this. All right?
Yeah, you really have to take this from the perspective of a criminal.
Yeah, allegedly. We're all
An alleged criminal.
operating under the pretense of allegidations.
Throw your morals out the fucking window for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you're listening to us, so obviously you've done that at some point in time already, right? So, anyway, number one, this is not a game of speed. It is a game of intellect. There's too many people on that show Cops that are trying to outrun a fucking Ford Crown Vic in a Sentra, and you're not going to do it. It's a four-banger. They got a 6. They're going to catch you. They got radios. You're not faster than radio transmission, so don't try to be fast, bro.
They can triangulate. You heard that term on TV.
Right.
They will triangulate and fucking... They will fishnet your ass, right? Bobby Digital on your fucking ass.
Done. You're done, son. You're done.
Scooped up in the fishnet.
Number 2. If you're riding dirty, you only need 2 turns to start dumping contraband.
Skitchered.
If you're really good, you'll double back and, scoop it back all up when it's all over.
Skirt, skirt, scoop.
So you don't need that much of a lead. We're talking like a quarter mile tops. 2 blocks,
right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Number 3, third and final. Crowded parking lots are your friend.
No doubt.
If you can park and walk, you can call it in stolen later.
Blend in.
Yeah, man. Just bust the steering column, bust a window, whatever you got to do. Park that bitch, jump out, and get with the crowd. Mm-hmm. Just remember there are cameras, there are witnesses, so change your clothes right quick. Get it down to your wife beater and always look down.
Or if you're super crafty, just make reversible fucking clothing before you commit crimes.
That's true too. Parachute pants, the jogging suits. Jogging suits go over anything.
Definitely.
So
the bigger and the baggier,
yeah,
the better.
put it over some formal wear. You'll really throw them for a
I
loop.
can't even tell you how many fucking jabots I.
Yeah.
Can we pause this for a second?
You could just say allegedly first.
Can we pause? Okay, so allegedly. Yeah, man. Just buy some big jeans.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for that. Good luck with your next encounter with police evasion,
Yeah, try to stay away from... Okay, a couple of things that I'd like to add, if you don't mind. So
Please do.
Yeah, try to stay away from the police. And when I say that, I mean that, first of all, try to stay away from being a criminal. But if you so choose to be a criminal...
Allegedly.
An alleged criminal...
Yes.
Then stay the fuck away from police.
Yeah.
Either way, you don't want to be near police.
Hey, if you do some shit and you get away with it, or you don't get away with it, call us and let us know. 504-457-8011. We'll throw you some free swag just for your story, and you might even get featured on the show.
Hey, have I told you about the time that I was with Sean and we got away from the cops?
No, please do tell.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never heard this?
No.
Holy shit. Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Okay, so it was it was actually a packed fucking truck. So it was SD, right? Driving in his I think it was an Isuzu.
He had an Amigo.
And it was his Isuzu Amigo.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wouldn't have remembered the model of it. So it was fucking SD pushing his like fully manual Isuzu Amigo.
Yeah.
That he was so fucking very proud of. That he, not on this occasion, but on another occasion, wrecked through a time saver front.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're driving around Metairie. It was SD in the driver's seat. I was in the back seat. With us was also Wilcox, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the back seat with Jen, and so I guess it was just the four of us.
Uh-huh.
I think there may have been another person. Like, honestly, if I was telling this story again, I would have been like, and I think Dave was the fifth person, but...
I don't think I was there.
Okay.
No, I know I wasn't there.
All right.
I don't remember this.
So, we are driving through Metairie, about to go. I honestly don't know where we were coming from, but I know we were trying to get back to Jennifer and Wilcox's apartment, which they had, like, kind of just moved into.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like... in the heart of Metairie, like near like West Metairie and all that shit. So like there's tons of arteries of like streets and shit back there.
Side streets.
Yeah. So long story short, like I think Jen like busts out the herb and starts like twisting up like a fucking spliff, and we were gonna like blaze up, something like that. I think, right? I don't know, but anyway, so 5-0 gets behind us. And fucking lights us up.
Damn.
And so, I don't remember why. Maybe he had a reason. Probably because fucking SD was driving like a fucking maniac or some shit.
Right.
But anyway, the point of my story is that he fucking beasted on this fucking... So, homeboy lit us up, and SD was just like fucking went into like freak mode and just like like fucking rocked the fucking turns of Metairie. And like we ended up in... like an empty field somewhere in Metairie, like within running distance to fucking their apartment, with like no fucking trace of police anywhere behind us. So homeboy essentially evaded the police like very quickly, and they were like
Isuzu Amigo
in an Isuzu. So I don't know like what kind of, you know more about vehicles than I do. So that was amazing to me. So like he parks, we all kind of look around, like there's no noise, there's no like popos, so like we all kind of like get out and like slowly close the door and like look around and just like break into like the fastest sprint we could straight to the fucking apartment, and we all made it, right?
Handled business.
Yeah. And I was like, I can't believe I've never told you that story. Like that's one of my best stories ever. Like I'm so proud of that moment. Yeah.
Damn it, man.
But yeah, so like that was one of the times that I efficiently and effectively got away from the police. Like, that's one of my escape stories. And then, of course, the escape story that I have with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, man. That's gangster. All our Reloaded504ians, just remember the anatomy of a police evasion.
Yeah. And hey, look, I know sometimes it seems impossible, but it can happen to you.
Just believe. All you gotta do is believe.
Just stay strong.
Yeah. If let me throw this out there for you. If you got too much salt in a pot of something that you're cooking, they say you could throw in a potato, slices of potato, that absorbs some of the salt.
Okay.
So that helps. If you drink too much, they say you can eat bread or greasy shit or drink some coffee, whatever. It kind of dials back your buzz.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you're too high?
Interesting. Let me can I go back to the potato thing real quick? So my dad actually, so he worked in the service industry when he was a youngster, as I did. And I remember him telling me a story about, he had an employee, he was a manager at some country club. He had an employee, I think one of his servers, that had a problem with sweating, right? Like, so the cat just had like a gland problem or something.
Glandular situation.
Right, like whatever the fuck.
Full force glandular situation.
So my pops was like, yo, stuff a potato under your armpit like before your shift or whatever, or before you put your shirt on, and like it's gonna take care of you.
What? Never heard that.
And so the dude put a fucking like an Idaho potato in his armpit, right? And it
Now, is
like,
this skinned or with the skin?
I mean, I'm
I'd have to say skinned.
no, I'm thinking just unskinned.
What?
I could be wrong. I didn't ask the question.
Well,
I didn't get
you
that
need to find
specific.
out. He
Right.
listens. You told me he listens to these episodes.
He does. Hey, yo, pops, what's up?
He's a listener.
Yeah.
Reloaded 504ian, just like the rest of y'all.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, seriously, I remember you telling me the story about one of your employees like had a problem with his.
I'm going with skinned. I got 5 on it. What do you say?
Had a problem with his BO, and you were like, "Yo, stuff some potatoes in your armpit, and that's gonna get rid of it." And apparently that did. So was it a skinned potato or unskinned? I'm saying it was probably unskinned, but I mean, I don't know, Dad. Let me know.
You got 5 on it?
Huh?
Skin,
Yeah, I got 5
unskinned?
on. I got 5 on.
$5. All right.
Money.
Good deal.
Yeah.
It's money. Either way, if
Yeah.
it was skinned, it starched his shirt wherever it sweated, so it made him look like less wrinkly.
Right. Super on point. And
Yeah.
So
So what do you do if you're too high then?
okay, right. So I don't know, right? Like, so if you drink too much, then like there's the rumors about like you do the coffee, like you said, or like cold shower.
Bread. But think about bread, right? It absorbs
bread
a lot of
would
that
absorb
alcohol
something.
sitting in your gut and your stomach, so it slows down your metabolism of the alcohol. Like
But-
your liver needs time to catch up. That's all that's going on right there.
Right, but science will tell you that nothing's gonna slow it down.
So you're telling me that's not true?
Well, all I can tell you, and I've done a lot of research on this because I have another long story about this. I can get into it. So when I was working at Keystone, when I was in the oil and gas industry, we're on random drug test situations. So I end up getting called in for a random drug test.
Yeah.
And so they consist of a urine analysis and a breathalyzer.
Okay.
So I do my urine analysis, and unfortunately, I was clean. And so I decided, so I blow, and I'm fucking like, I was super drunk. Like it was like, I blew like basically like I had like 4 shots in me.
What?
And it was like 8:30 in the morning.
Right. And that wasn't the case.
No, it was definitely the case.
You had 4 shots before you got to work that morning.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, I didn't have 4 shots before I went to work.
Okay.
But it was the day after Cinco de Mayo. It was May 6th.
Oh, okay.
And I had gone to a Cinco de Mayo party and imbibed like a ridiculous amount of tequila.
Yeah.
So that was the residual, I'm guessing.
That's fucked, man.
Yeah, like I'm right. That's what it had to be.
Yeah.
And I was like telling the dude, I was like, yeah, like, I mean, I don't really feel like I'm drunk, but I did go to a party and I definitely stayed up until about 3 doing shots.
Yeah. So
You
what'd
know?
they tell you?
Oh, I got put on like super hyper restrictive probation.
Super turbo secret.
Dude, it was
HD.
like the worst probation. Dude, okay, so he's like, yeah, man. I was like, I'm not gonna lose my job or anything. He's like, nah, man, fine. So anyway, but I get put into this program, right? So I get put into this program to where the first step is I have to call, depending on the location, I guess the zip code, right? I have to call this counselor and arrange to meet with him. He is, I guess, what you would call, like some sort of a, like evaluator.
Yeah.
Because he's not a doctor. He's just like a dude.
So he evaluates what? Like you talk to him over the phone and he's like, okay, you're drunk.
No, so I call him up and he's like, okay, so this is what happens. He's like, so you come to my office and I'm gonna conduct an evaluation and then I'm gonna see you on a regular basis. Therefore, after that, and it's gonna cost you this amount of money. It's gonna cost you $400.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you okay with that? And I'm like, well, honestly, I don't really have a choice. Like that's my only option. He's like, like he literally laughed and said, yeah.
Yeah, that dude's getting paid.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, right. So I end up going to the thing, And I fucked up, bro. Like, I really did, dude. So I go and he's got this, but it was so offensive to me, bro. It was so dumb. So I go in there and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm Todd. Good to meet you. And he introduced himself and he was like, yeah, go ahead and sit down here and fill this out. And he handed me like a little form and like a fucking pencil or something. And he went and did his thing. So like he said hello and then just like graced himself away and handed me this fucking like little piece of paper, right? So I'm...
Was it on a clipboard?
Maybe. Yes, I'm gonna go with yes. But
They're usually more official.
So, dude, but it was this thing that was like so like Scantron. Like you had 5 options to fill in.
Yeah.
And it was like, have you ever drank? Have you ever gotten drunk? Have you ever blacked out? Like all those questions.
That's a drinking game, isn't it?
Dude, I don't know what it was.
Have you ever?
Yes, it is.
See?
It is. Yeah, this story is way too long. So, dude, I decided in my whatever state that I'm being evaluated for like probation to like continue work.
Yeah.
That I would just put 0 for everything. Like I had never done anything. Like, have you ever had a beer?
Suspicious, man.
Well, I decided to fucking do it.
And
he was like, I don't know what's wrong with this cat, but something's wrong with him, so he's on 3 years probation.
Backfired.
And I was like, talk about backfired, bro.
3 years of 4 bills a month.
No, there was no more payment to this
good.
cat, but 3 years of random. Every day I go to work, I have to worry about getting random drug tests.
Biased garbage.
Horrible.
You'll never do that again. I wouldn't advise you do that again.
Dude, I am the type of fella that lives and learns, and I seem to be the type of fella that always, if given a 50-50, I'm going to choose the learning option as opposed to the winning option.
Yeah, I suppose. Especially when you have less to lose, you know? Wasn't that bad.
No, it sucked. What I'm saying is that I have bad luck and poor decision-making skills.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I have bad luck too. And depending on my state of mind, sometimes very poor decision-making skills.
It happens, yeah.
I figured out a get-rich-quick scheme for us. We have to get a certain kind of monkey. There's a monkey involved in this.
Brass monkey.
Apparently. Those are our shots this evening. We need a long-tailed macaque. That's the name of this monkey. Long-tailed macaque.
The long-tailed macaque?
Macaques. Macaque.
Macaque, right.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, a long-tailed macaque.
Mm-hmm.
They live near temples in Indonesia, and they have learned how to steal valuables from tourists and then turn around and trade it back to the tourists for food.
Okay, so I guess my first question is, where are these tourists from? Why are they so stupid that they would fucking give the monkeys some shit?
You don't see it coming. You're like, oh, like if you're in a fucking park and a squirrel runs up and like steals your earring, you wouldn't see that shit coming.
No, you wouldn't. But if the squirrel came back
how
up,
macaque operates.
The squirrel rolled up on you with your earring in his paw.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like grab it and kick the fucking monkey?
They're too fast.
So you're gonna throw $1 at it? Like I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna somehow motion to you that it's cool.
He's gonna be like.
Yeah. He's gonna be like,
Yo.
it's cool. Candy bar.
He does.
You get your iPhone back, and you're like, fucking right. It's only a candy bar.
He does this shit, bro. He's
right.
like, run the jewels, bitch.
That's what he does. This fucking exists, bro.
I believe you,
I watched videos
Look,
on YouTube about this shit.
I think
People are getting took all the time. So I'm like, dude, all we need is a gang of those monkeys. We could go sit on a balcony and drink fucking margaritas while these monkeys go run a jewels on everybody in a quarter and then come back to us. And, you know, the cops won't be none the wiser because they can't snitch on us because they don't speak English.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. I've got a funny anecdote to share regarding this. So, you mentioned like bringing one of these macaques to the quarter, right, and just having him run the jewels on people, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, dope scheme. I see it 100%, right? I was downtown the other day, like I had a day off, and I was out there filming, and so. like, all right, so what is it? So there's Jackson Square, and then you cross Decatur, and then like it's some other square. It's like something artillery. And
I don't
like,
know what they call that, but yeah, and then there's
then
like
you
the
walk back, and
amphitheater
then there's a
steps looking
river.
shit. Yeah,
Right. And then you walk back, and there's a river. So
That's where
like
the breakdancers were always at.
right. So there's exactly. So the break dancers, and then you climb up the steps.
Right.
But nowadays, so now there's just like fucking statue. I think it's like some kind of like weapon, maybe. But anyway, so I kept if you keep walking, you're gonna walk to the river.
Right.
You just keep. So I kept walking, and it's dope. Like the way whatever they have on the floor, like the tiles. But anyway, another story. So I was walking around filming, and like I saw like a tourist couple get confronted
By a monkey?
by a couple of local black fellas.
Mm-hmm. There was like out hustling people or some shit.
Right. So they were like, and so like I overheard. I bet I can tell you where you got your shoes at.
Oh no.
And so I'm like, like laughing to myself. And so like I flipped the camera to where like I can see what's going on with them, and like you just see like I can still hear him as I'm walking like, on your feet, and like you see the chick's hands fly up because he was like pay up like because he bet him $5 or what have you.
Yeah.
So like when the dude was like on your feet, right? That's where your shoes are at, on your feet.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, give me my $5. The bitch was like, fuck you talking about?
Got
Like,
nothing for you.
yeah. And then like you see the dude like looking at his other dude like, what the fuck do I do now? Like I don't really
What's the second half of this hustle?
all right. And then like just like and you just see like the fucking couple walk off. Anyway, it was just funny to me. Like I just kind of like
They need to throw a little charm in there, man.
I watched the dissection of like a hustle gone wrong.
The
you know?
anatomy of a hustle going. Oh no shit! You
Yeah,
need
it
to put
was-
that up.
It was good shit. I should pull that shit up. But I think I maybe kind of like saw it in my own head more accurately than the video I shot.
That dude he went from a hustler to a clown
Exactly.
real quick.
Yeah. Got clowned by like a tourist.
Yeah,
Like,
she was like, "Fuck you and
yeah.
your hustle,
Yeah, like
and
a-
your joke, and your shoes, and your feet."
None of it's funny to her.
Yep, nope, not $5 funny.
Nope.
I think clowns are out of their popularity slump now. One of our previous episodes was entitled The Bozo Show, and I got a big picture of that Bozo the Clown on there, and he's got a bunch of listeners
Love
and a bunch of
Bozo.
views, and I attributed it to his image because he was popular back in the day, and you see a big picture of a clown, and you're like, oh, what's up with this? A clown podcast? What the fuck is that? So,
Love Bozo.
everybody, perfect public service announcement. I think we should stop hating on clowns so much because there was an incident back in the day where they were like showing up in unlikely places with weapons and things of that nature. Luckily, the media lost fucking all their excitement over that, and then they just went back to being clowns. You know?
Yeah. There was a long time where like when we were growing up, like there was a show in the morning like before school. It was like the Bozo the Clown show.
Yeah.
Right. So like
It was shit.
and they would like do like games and shit. And
So that was part of our bid on one of our episodes. Go check it out, the Bozo Show. It was funny as hell, and we talked about what it was and what it meant to us and all of that stuff. And I don't know.
Nowadays, yeah. So I think we were talking earlier, and you said it was it, right? So like Stephen King's
Yeah,
book
well, I was
turned movie.
thinking, they're out of their slump now. They're cool again. People stop dressing up in clown outfits and stalking people. But now there's 2 versions of Stephen King's It coming out. So there goes the whole clown image again for the next 5 or 10 years. Like, kids are just going to be fucking horrified. Again, I don't know. They're doing it to themselves, man. I don't know.
Were you thinking about?
There need to be a clown union where they get together and be like, we need to speak out against all this bad publicity.
Like, were you thinking about? So, were you thinking about maybe like a secondary job as a clown? Like a, why is this affecting you?
Because we had that segment on our last podcast, one of our earlier podcasts about clowns and the Bozo Show.
Okay, consistency.
then-
I feel you.
Right. Well, I was thinking about it. It was relevant to me because of that. And then I was thinking after that, I was like, why they got such a bad rap? we're not seeing that same shit over and over again. But then here comes 2 versions of it, and I'm like, well, fuck, there goes clowns again. People.
Did you ever see any of the It movies?
I saw the original, and then I saw the 2 trailers for the ones that are coming out, and it's all the same shit.
Pennywise.
Yeah,
basically. I think I read, I went through a big Stephen King kick, when I was, I don't know, in my 20s or whatever. So I would read as many Stephen King books as I could.
Yeah.
I think I may have read it. But anyway,
it's unfortunate.
But so
clowns shouldn't get bad press. They're just fucking clowns. Everybody calm down a little bit.
Right. So when I was a kid, I used to do a thing with my dad, go to circuses and then seek out the clowns. Is that you? Did you ever do that as a kid? Go to the circus?
Seek out the clowns. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. So basically you'd get the program, you go to the Saints game and you get the program, right?
Right.
So you go to the circus and you get the program, and it's got all the players, but in the circus program, it's got all the clowns, and it might even have the animal stats, Rico the elephant, 4 point, I don't fucking know.
Got a 67 size shoe.
Yeah. But anyway, so they had all the fucking clown bios.
Yeah.
And, me and my dad would, walk around and be my dad would be like, hey, yo, that's, fucking Bozo, or, Bonkers, the fucking clown. Look, check him out. He's on page 15. I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Big picture of the dude.
Hey, Bonkers, can you sign my fucking program? And then, so, there was no fear of clowns. It was, an embracing of clowns.
Yeah. That shit was bred later on in life. The fear of clowns thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know either.
I just wish clowns never got a bad rap because, clowns are cool.
And they make, really, really dope-ass fucking balloons.
Balloon animals, yeah. What?
It makes that crazy-ass noise. Yeah, it's everybody loves that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And if you meet the right one, there could be something, inside the balloon, and it's whoa, you didn't realize until you got home.
Doesn't make sense, man.
Yes, it did.
You ever you ever do something and not realize how much sense it doesn't make until later? I'll give it for instance, because that sounds confusing.
All the time.
I was in a kitchen and I made a sandwich and I used all of the mustard. Mustard was more in a bottle, shaking it, it's going. But I made sure to close the cap right before I threw it in the garbage. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, no,
I'm just saying. And you think about it later and you're like, what the fuck was I? What the fuck was I doing?
Yeah, that's what they call memory.
Brain fart.
Muscle memory. Your brain is just it's an automatic thing.
Well, that seems efficient, routine.
It is. That's what it is. It's
wasn't
routine.
efficient
You've done
for me
it
to,
all your life. Every single time that you
Yeah.
put that bottle away, you pop the cap on and you put it away.
Right.
So that's what your brain told you to do.
Well, that's fucked up.
And
Me
you
my brain
fucking
need
did
to
it.
have a talk.
Yeah, because
brain.
it's flawed.
Yeah.
It just made one more move than it didn't have to.
Yep. That wasn't very efficient.
You could have been deflecting a bullet at that moment.
Could have been. Or fucking paintball. I got a new invention. This is a new invention. It's actually just a combination of 2 things that already exist that we should start doing immediately. Okay. You take a paintball gun and you put a fucking camera on it. GoPro, something like that, right?
Yep.
And then when that asshole's in front of you driving slow because they're texting and that's what's going on, then you pull up alongside the driver, point the gun at him, and it shows them texting, and then you just fire off rapid rounds. Bop, 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 bop. And they can't call the cops on you because they know you have footage of them texting while driving.
I like it.
It evens up the playing field.
I like it a lot.
And it gets rid of these and then all the way home, everybody knows that guy with paintballs on the side of his car is the asshole texter guy that's driving like a zombie.
I like it. I like it. I like the ending of it. I like the fact that you get to light them up because there needs to be that scarlet letter on them, right?
Yeah. Scarlet letter, and you got leverage. You won't get in trouble for this shit.
Yeah.
You're just doing your civic duty.
Look, I've got you on, I've got you doing the dirt.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm doing a little social justice on you.
Social justice, doing dirt, and it's basically you're waking them up. You're going to die or kill somebody, you dumb motherfucker. Bop, 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 bop.
It could be misinterpreted.
Well, I mean, it is a little offensive. aggressive.
Bit aggressive.
It is.
I fucking love it though. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think.
And
we
I
should all
think the
start doing
masses, like I think anybody who's pro-Trump would fucking love it, right?
it. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be. Don't give it a
Well, because
political
it's an
affiliation.
asshole move,
Jesus.
right? It's a dick move. Let's just admit it, right? Like you just
so
like
is
somebody
so
out.
is fucking driving like a zombie.
I agree, but I mean, we all do it. So
Right.
you don't want to be the one that's like.
So it's not as
"Ah,
aggressive?"
they got me.
Yeah, why not? That shit will go viral.
If you know what, only if it became a social norm. If we could turn it into a viral social
Hey, it's
norm
got to start
thing,
somewhere.
to where
why
like
not start
yo,
Reloaded 504?
you just got reloaded.
Yeah.
You just got reloaded.
There you go. You just got reloaded, son. Stop
like, hey,
texting.
don't get caught
Stop
texting
texting while
because you're gonna
driving.
get reloaded.
Yep. You could get reloaded.
Humbra, don't
All my
get
Reloaded 504ians,
don't
y'all heard it here
don't
first.
get reloaded.
Start blapping, motherfuckers, and send us the footage.
It's all about safety. It's in the name of safety.
Yeah, we will post that in the name of safety on our YouTube channel.
You can't. You gotta focus on driving. You gotta focus. You can't
Yeah.
text.
If you got to regulate people out there that are doing the wrong thing by texting while driving, call us 504-457-8011. Let us know about it. We'll send you a free T-shirt. How's that?
I think that's great, Dave. Thanks.
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, we're all about keeping the people alive here.
That's all I'm trying to do. It's a benefit. We're having a benefit for drivers everywhere.
I mean, I just like to I like to throw weaved cotton at people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
what
In
you do.
in the form of a T-shirt
There you go.
with my logo on it.
Yeah, man. Because, fuck, we need more and more Reloaded 504ians,
In
right?
the name of safety.
In the name of safety.
Because
Shot down in a
Wait.
blaze of glory.
Do it again. We're going to exit on this note.
I can't do it again, bro.
Come on, man.
I was shot down
Yeah.
in a blaze of glory.
Thank you for tuning in to Reloaded 504. We love y'all. Peace.